So you guys will have to say, yes, thank you. Yeah. So the first thing that I did was I drew a card for us today. I've been actually doing a lot of different stuff today, and the ancestors were coming through. And so I went to the Angels and Ancestors deck from Kyle Gray, and I pulled a card, and it is the Water Guardian card. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it's connecting with your emotions. And the Water Guardian card is just here to tell you, it's really a beautiful angel. She's got blue wings and crystals on her forehead and on her third eye and blue gown. It's just really beautiful card. I know you can't see that quite through the Zoom. But anyway, the message was about connecting to your emotions, to allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel, whether it's sadness, whether it's happiness, whether it's anger, whether it's fear. But don't get stuck there. She wants you to use the energy of the water to help you release all of those things that aren't happy for you or don't help propel you forward. But it's absolutely the time when things like that are going to start coming up. So just know that. This month, I don't know about you guys, but the energies have started to change a bit. There's a portal that opened on 2/2/22 that goes until 2/22/22. Lots of twos. And it's just really a beautiful portal of energy that is being brought in right now about having us really embrace the energy and move in ways that really help propel us forward. And so all of those things that maybe you've been sitting and thinking about and wishing that this would happen or that would happen, the time is right to step into them. So, you know, if those opportunities present themselves, don't go, oh no, I'm not ready. Make that big leap is what they're saying. So, you know, that's important. Yeah. So the ancestors today are just saying that they're here to help us. They're here to guide us through these times. And our prayer today, it says, dear God, electric feelings of spirit surround me. Okay, I'm going to start again. I can't read my writing. Electric feelings of spirit surround me at the spirit card circle. Ancestors, spirit and loved ones, ascended masters, energy, all send healing vibrations of light. We are here. Names, faces, tingles of vibration fill my spirit and allow me to show up fully present in love. Thank you, my dear ones, for the messages. I love the answers you sent. I am blessed. So many loved ones surround me now and here and from far beyond. I am humbled and my heart is overflowing with gratitude. That feels juicy to me. It feels like a big energetic hug from the other side. So as we start the meditation, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
Did you hit record?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's okay. So as we close our eyes and we begin to step into the circle today, the circle of beautiful love and light, just breathe it in and allow your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit, your angel friends, our angel friends, to bring forth the energies of this beautiful love that we harness and embrace and live with and move through and send out and breathe in. And this force of love is so powerful. sends us protection through the angel Archangel Michael. And we ask him now to surround us with that beautiful column of light that brings the deepest of protections, the beautiful light of God. We also ask, please, to allow all of our individual angels, guides, loved ones, and spirit to now join us as they dance around us in circle. It's as though the light of the fire is in the middle of all of us as we stand on the outside of that fire. They stand behind us. They've got our backs. They are sending so much love. Just breathe that in for a minute. Keep taking some deep breaths where you're breathing in the energy of love. Holding on to that love for a minute and then releasing. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful sight that I see when I see you breathing in that love. It's as though we have this beautiful way of connection. As we breathe in that love that surrounds us in this circle, we then send it out. And as we send it out, that circle just grows. The light just grows. It's as though we are now a super highway of love. It's beautiful. And as you keep doing that, I'm going to say some more prayers. We ask our angels, our guides, our loved ones in spirit to surround us in this light and to bring us any of the messages of healing, of hope, of wisdom, of love, of peace, of joy today. Anything that is for our highest and best good. Anything else we can release and let go, help us do that too. Taking in that breath of love and breathing out anything that's less than what you want to feel today. That feels so good. As we keep taking in those breaths, the angels and the loved ones in spirit are just helping to lift you up, helping to raise your vibration. Every day we have an opportunity in life to step where we step and do what we do and to give out our energy. But the loved ones are cautioning that you don't take too much on, that you take only what belongs to you and walk away with what belongs to you. So as we take those deep breaths in, they're asking us to release anything that is not ours. It can be something you picked up from today. It might be something you just realized, as I said, that came into you last week. Oh my gosh, I'm worrying about something about for somebody and it's not my stuff. Let's let that go, at least while we're in meditation. And now I am going to connect with Archangel Ariel, who is the archangel that's in charge of IET, Integrated Energy Therapy. And she brings a beautiful healing energy to all of us. We work with in IET 8 different archangels and angels who work on different integration points in the body to work on cellular memory. And for today, Archangel Ariel is asking that I heart link with her. So I'm sending a golden cord from my heart upward into the atmosphere to find Archangel Ariel where she is above us and sending that cord to her heart. And as I breathe that connection in, keep breathing with me. I allow and I see what comes out of my heart and moves up that cord to her. And as she takes in the love that I'm sending, she then begins to send back love through that cord to me. But it's 10 times stronger than what I sent to her. It's amazing. And as we bring in that healing IET energy today, I am then going to connect from my heart to all of yours individually, a connection and a heart link to you all, sending you the integrated energy therapy into your hearts. And so we have this connection where I am kind of the middleman. I'm sending that golden cord up to Ariel with love. She's sending it back with 10 times more love. And then I'm sending it to you all, to your heart centers. So take a deep breath and just keep taking those deep breaths in and let that love build into your hearts. And as you release, just release back out the peace and the love that come with that. And we're just going to make a big kind of figure 8 where I give it to her, she gives it, Archangel Ariel gives it back to me, and then I give it to you and you give it back to me and I send it up to her. And then it goes back to me and back to you and then back to me and back to her. It's amazing. And as I'm watching this, what's happening is I see a sacred geometry shape. Ariel and I are in the center. And then that figure 8 goes out to each of you. So we have, I don't even know how many people are on the call today, but we have all these people on the call. And so that figure 8 goes to each of you separately and comes back to me. And then it goes to the next one separately and comes back to me. And then it goes back up to her. It's really pretty incredible. So take a few more breaths of that in because it's the most wonderful of energies. It's very healing. It helps us with our cellular memory. If there's places in our body, every time we have a trauma or an upset, we store pieces of that hurt somewhere in our cellular memory, in our physical body. Sometimes we release it easily, but sometimes we hold on to it. We think we're supposed to. And Ariel just wants us to be able to work through some of that today. She's coming in to meditate with us. She's asking that now we create a really beautiful star tetrahedron full of golden light. And a tetrahedron is one triangle or pyramid shape with the point facing up. It's got 4 sides. And one pyramid or triangle shape facing down with the pyramid facing down. The base of those 2 pyramids, they aren't one against each other, they kind of fit together. And so at the top, Archangel Michael is up there and he's directing. He's the director. Archangel Michael wants us to take a moment and to breathe into this pyramid, star tetrahedron, a beautiful golden light. Just envision it in your mind's eye. It can be whatever color gold you feel is right. And just see it filling up. And as it's filling up, you are able to step inside this tetrahedron. And at the base, the part that goes down, the top part goes up into the heavens. The bottom point goes down into Mother Earth. And Archangel Metatron is there, supervising on his end. And then around the base, the bases that both intersect together, we have Archangel Ariel on one of the sides. We have Archangel Raphael. We have Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Uriel. There's 4 sides. Just keep breathing that in. You can put yourself in this tetrahedron anytime you want. If you're going out in the world and you're a little nervous about what's going to be going on around you, put yourself in the tetrahedron for protection. Just get quiet for a minute and ask the angels to come in. Michael on top, Metatron on the bottom, Ariel, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel around the four sides. See it fill with the golden light of protection, and off you go. And so now, as we've breathed in this beautiful golden light, as Ariel has had us breathe in the integrated energy therapy energy, we are ready. Our vibrations have been rising. Just keep taking those deep breaths because that's what helps you get where we're going. Taking the deep breaths, just breathing in love, breathing out peace or love, breathing out something you want to release and let go of. All of that is good. But Ariel is going to have us look at a couple places today. She wants us to look at the energy of guilt. Guilt, the integrative point for that is on the top of the head. And she's asking for you, because she wants to do a little healing before we start the journey. She's asking for you to release any guilt that you may be holding on to. You might feel guilty about not having done something or done something you thought was wrong, or the energy of guilt is something, what it carries is that you've done something wrong or said something wrong. It can be placed upon you by others, or you can place that upon yourself. And so Ariel is just asking us to allow her to come in. She's going to touch the top of your heads. And as you breathe out, she's going to remove any guilt that you may be feeling. Guilt is not anything we need to carry. Anytime you make a decision to the best of your ability. You say the words that come out of your mouth, maybe they're not perfect, but you made that decision to say those words. There's no guilt surrounding that. And she wants you to be free of some of those things that have weighed you down. And so as she removes that guilt energy, she's replacing it with an energy of innocence. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? Think about when you have a baby or a child and you see a new baby. They don't think that they're doing anything wrong. They're just being. They're loving. Sometimes they're cranky, but most of the time they're just in their bodies, enjoying the moment. Being in that moment, allowing themselves to love and be loved. That is the gift that Ariel is giving you today. To remember the innocence, the places where you were amazed at how the world worked, the places where you just wondered about, oh, how does that happen? That is so cool. So Ariel is just asking us to breathe in the energy of innocence, to replace some of those feelings of guilt that you let go of. And then we're going to move to the front of the throat. And we're moving there with Angel Celestina and Archangel Ariel. In the front of the throat, Celestina works on the energy of shame. The energy of shame is something that you feel you're ashamed of. Somebody either said, that wasn't right, you shouldn't have done that. or something you, again, said or did that you feel was less than, and, oh, what did I do that for? Why did I say that? Oops. The energy of shame also brings those feelings of not being good enough, the comparison about me against you, or I can't do it that good. You know, how many times as a child in class were you asked to draw a picture? And you know, there's always that one child in the class that could draw like amazing stuff. And you drew a stick figure, you know? That was your expression of creativity at that time. It wasn't right or wrong, but we felt ashamed as we compared ourselves to the child that had a full-blown picture of a little girl with flowing hair and blue eyes. So yes, and as we release that shame, those feelings of not being good enough, in God's eyes, we are all perfect right here, right now. Nothing we have to do. We just allow that energy to come in and enfold us in its wings. The energy in this point that the angel Celestina is putting back in is the energy of spiritual pride. And I don't know about you, but I was told not to take too much pride in what I did when I was a child. But it's not that kind of pride that we're talking about. That was boastful pride. What Celestina is putting back in here is a spiritual pride. Humble, based in knowing you know where you're standing and what you're doing and where you're going. You understand that you can make the best decision for yourself. You trust that your guidance is going to move you forward through all of that. We're not going through all the points. I'm hitting the points that Ariel is pointing to. And now we go to Angel Sarah, which works on the side of your tummy, a little bit under where a woman would wear their bra, the bottom. And Sarah is here to take away any feelings of shame and feelings of being powerless. I'm sorry, not shame, but stress. Those feelings of stress come from allowing people outside of ourselves the control in having what we do and how we do it and when we do it. Sarah wants you to know that no is one word, one sentence, and perfectly okay to use. Sarah wants you to know that stress just doesn't help you at any time in our lives. And we're living in very stressful times right now. And so she's asking for you to let go of some of that stress right now. It can be caused by family, by work, by finances, by fear. Let go of some of that stress. Because putting yourself in feeling that stressful position, you feel powerless. That's not a fun place to be. And as she's pulling some of that out of some of you, or all of you actually, she's also asking that you join her in the lazy river, getting into one of those inner tubes, understanding that we're all in this flow of life and allowing what comes by. Just let it come on by. And as we do that, just breathing that in, breathing in that flow, you can get out anytime you want. Up to you. Not up to what somebody else says you have to do. And so with that comes a sense of empowerment. It's a much greater energy, beautifully uplifting and powerful energy to go back into your cellular memory, knowing it's okay to say no. That's not good for me today. And just feeling empowered to do what takes care of you. And the last place we're going to go is to your heart, and that's with Angel Cassayelle. And Cassayelle works on the fear, sadness, grief. She works on betrayals and hurts and disappointments, all of the things that affect our heart energy. It can be from years ago when a kid kicked you in 5th grade and your feelings were hurt. It can be a betrayal of a friend that you thought was really loyal and they did something to you and you just can't let that go, or a relationship. And so as we allow those things to come up for release today, give away as much as you can. You don't have to give it all. They're just asking for you to do what's comfortable for you. And as you allow those moments out, Cassayelle's taking them and pulling them out through your energy fields. And then she begins to imprint into you the energy of divine love. And oh my, that's the energy that feels so loving and beautiful. It's an energy that you don't have to do anything to earn. It's an energy that's unconditional. And so just breathe that divine love in. And as you're breathing that in, Ariel is pulling all of that energy down through you all and grounding that into Mother Earth for you through the bottoms of your feet. So that as you walk forward today, you walk a little lighter, a little brighter, a little bit more peaceful and joyful. And so, as we now step on the ground with our feet, look down at your feet, look to see what you're on. I see us on a little pathway, and ahead of me is a step, a marble step that I step up on. And there's a door right there, and the door is wooden. And it's almost as though it's glowing. It feels almost like it's alive with energy. It's an old wooden door. It's kind of gnarly. Your door may look different. I don't know. But as you grasp the handle of that doorway, I invite you to turn it and walk inside. As you walk through, light is going to flood every inch of you, almost so bright you have to close your eyes. And as you walk through and turn around and close the door behind you, your eyes start to adjust to this light. And you find yourself standing on a marble floor. For today, it is a white marble. There are flecks of blue and green and gold in this white marble. Feels cool to your feet, but not cold. And as you look around you, there are many doors. Doors to the left, doors to the right, doors in the back. You may choose one of these doors. They all look a little different. But pick which one calls to you. Follow your guidance, follow your instinct. Walk up to that door and say, yes, please. And open that door and go through. As I do, what I see is a beautiful garden of flowers. It is beautiful temperatures, probably 60s, 70s, not higher than that. There's a gentle breeze blowing. The sun is shining brightly. Oh, and the clouds are drifting by. There's not many, but just those white wispy clouds with bright blue sky out there. And beautiful. As you look around, the flower garden is meticulous. There seems to be a section of roses over to the right. There's a little archway with jasmine that is just, the aroma is heavenly. It's inviting you to walk through if you care to. And as you do, you walk into another area where there is a fountain with benches that are all around the fountain. You're invited to go and sit down wherever you find a good spot. And as you sit there, just kind of blessing that you have this time today, being gratitude for being in this space, having had the time to do some meditation, to connect with your angels, to having some healing done. Oh, how wonderful is that? And as you're thinking all those thoughts coming towards you on the path is a group of people, or what look like people. But as they get closer to you, it's a group of angels. There are 4 across. The one on the left is Archangel Ariel. The one on the right is Archangel Michael. And in between is one of your guardian angels, and the other one is Archangel Jophiel. She says, I'm not missing out on this. This is my space. Jophiel and Ariel have a lovely light energy. They get closer to you. Explore with them what their energy feels like for you today. Take their hand, take one of their hands, and walk off to the fountain with Jophiel, say, or Ariel. It's as though Jophiel wants to skip with you on the path. Jophiel is enticing your inner child to come out and play. She's asking, what is your favorite outside game as a child? Was it hopscotch? Was it dodgeball? Was it riding a bike? Was it jumping rope? Was it playing marbles? Whatever that is, it shows up for you right there. And with her, she invites you either to play the game or sit on the ground and perhaps play a game of marbles. And as you do, these marbles now are amazing little crystals that have come out of her bag. Just ask her some questions. Why are you helping me feel this today? What am I missing in my life that I don't feel this more? How can I bring this energy back with me? I feel light and delighted like I did when I got a new thing of chalk to draw on the sidewalk for my hopscotch, or to a new jump rope. She's even showing me, I don't know if you all remember the little game with the papers where you did the folds and then you did things with your fingers to move the papers, and there was always like a little hidden message. She's showing me that. How many times have you thought about those kinds of things and the joy that that used to bring you? How long could you sit and play hopscotch or jump rope or play marbles or play dodgeball? Long, long time. The days were endless. The joys were being in that moment and enjoying whatever was in front of you. Take that deep breath in and pull that joy deep inside, because that's what she brings you, my friends. Joy, the fun, the inner child who is still inside of all of us. And now, as we finish up with Jophiel, Archangel Ariel comes by. And she wants to take you to another part of the garden. So you walk to the other side with her. And she's kind of humming and just bringing a vibration of love to you. And she's also bringing the vibration of different animals, because as you walk to the other side of the garden, you come to a field. And in that field, there's cats, there's dogs, there's horses, there's bunnies, there are deer, there are all kinds of animals there. And she invites you to come in and play. Nothing to be fearful here, she says. Come play with us. Archangel Ariel watches over your animals, always. She also helps animals from this plane of existence transition to the Rainbow Bridge. And she watches out for them there until you can be joined back together someday when it is your time. But she wants you to know how well cared for they are and how the love that they feel for all of you still is there. And even if they don't know you, they still love you. Because you have dogs coming up to you right now that you have never seen before in your life, but they are just bundles of love, just playing and barking and just having a good old time. There are cats rubbing against your leg. There's one that wants to jump into your arms. Yeah, there's a horse that's coming up and nuzzling. Where's my treat? And so have some fun. Have some fun here in the Rainbow Bridge with these beautiful creatures, knowing how much love they still feel from you. And they honor everything you do for them on the planet. Them and the other animals that are still here. When you're complete, Archangel Ariel will take you back to the group. Now there's one angel who's your guardian angel. And she wants you to come and sit with her by the water. She or he. You may ask what their name is and listen to the first thing they say. They want you to know how long they've been with you. It is more than this lifetime. They begin to show you a little movie clip of different lifetimes. We were there together. We were there together. Look at here we are together. They get lonely when we don't speak to them. They get lonely when we think we've forgotten them. They're asking for us to help them stay busy and feel aligned with you, to feel the love, to hear things that you need help with. Start talking to them now that you're discovering what their name is. Allow them to help you bring into your life all that will complete you and help you feel completely whole and beautiful inside and out. It's not that you aren't there already. It's just you need the mirror to see it, and that's what we're here to do, is what they say. And last but not least, we go with Archangel Michael, beautiful, loving Michael, who's our protector. He comes with his sword and his shield to keep us safe always. There's no doubt about that. As we go out into the world, we can ask for his amped up safety all the time. As we're in our homes, living our lives right now, we can ask him to keep us safe and sound, to bring in the angels that he works with, so that our whole family is feeling the safety and the security that he can bring. Just breathe that in as he helps you to release any fears that you might have. He brings in the energy of safety. And he says, fears are false expectations appearing real. So anytime you think of, oh, I think this is going to happen, also think, well, what if it doesn't? What's the good that can come if it doesn't? That's the question to ask. Because you have as big a chance of getting the opposite as getting that fear. You know, there's that story in old Indian legend about a little boy who talks to his grandfather about the wolf that's howling outside. He says, grandfather, what happens if the wolf is hungry and comes to feed on us? And I'm probably messing the story up, but the moral of the story is this. The grandfather said, you know, trust that the wolf will find his way and eat what is right for him. And it will be what we feed, or what, messing it up. It will be how we look at and what energy we put to what he eats as to what gets fed, the negative or the positive, basically. So I always want to feed the positive. And Michael, he's chuckling at me because he said, you really botched that up. Thanks, Michael. You could have channeled a little bit easier for me. But anyway, we always have the opportunity to worry, which, as some wise man told me, is negative prayer. Or we can send love. Which would you rather do? Send love to you, your loved ones, the world. That's what I choose. That's the wolf that I want to feed. And so as you take those deep breaths and you complete with Michael, he turns and walks you to the entrance where we came in, to the garden. And the 4 angels make their goodbyes. Thank you for visiting. They really enjoyed your visit. And as you walk back down the path, go find the door that we came into this area. You open the door, walk back into that platform where there's all those doors. How exciting is that? Yeah, we could go another hour, but we don't have time today. So we walk back down to the end of the hallway where there's that old gnarly wooden door. And we put our hand on the door handle, open it, step through, and shut it behind us. And as we do that, we walk back towards our room, taking deep breaths, wiggling our toes and our fingers, and allowing ourselves to come back into our body, piece by piece. Feel your head, Feel your toes. Feel your neck and your shoulders. Feel your back and your torso. Feel down your arms into your fingertips. Feel your bottom. Feel your thighs and your calves and your feet. Be blessed. Be loved. Find joy. When you feel called, open your eyes back up and you can all let me know when you're back. Going to give you a couple minutes to get back, and if you anything you want to share, please do, but I understand if the words are hard, so just unmute yourself if you want to say anything. Take a drink of water. Make sure you hydrate this afternoon and tonight. Anybody got anything?
Okay, hi. That was beautiful. My cat was going crazy when you mentioned Archangel Ariel. As soon as we opened the door in the bright light, she started meowing, and then when we were on the bridge, she kept looking up and like really. Now she's finally settled, but it was intense. I think she was
Wow.
near that energy.
Anytime that my cat has anything going on with it, Ariel is one of the angels I call in for healing. So
Yeah.
just know that. And
Great.
I also call in St. Francis of Assisi and Archangel Ariel and Bridget, one of the Ascended Masters as well.
Okay.
So she's a Irish Celtic master.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I'll call on Archangel Ariel if I see an animal out in the wild that needs help, or something on the road, or, ask for her protection. But
Yeah,
good to know, Bridget. Okay, I'm gonna look her up too.
cool,
Thank you.
cool. Anybody else? Will said I didn't leave you guys enough time to come back last time, so I'm leaving enough time. If there's anything that you need to say, please. But if not, we'll end and come back next week, all refreshed. Jeannie, was that okay for you?
Yes, it was. Very good. Thank you.
Good, 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 good. Awesome. Well, thank you all. I love you all. I wish you blessings for a really wonderful week. This is cool energy that we're in. Please embrace some of it. Find your way, because the angels are asking us to really step into this. It's important. So
Got it. Thank you.
thank you. See you next week.
Thank you
Okay.
all. Have a good week.
You too. Bye-bye.
You too.